So my name's Darren Henaghan. I am the Managing Director of Borough Market. Borough Market is one of the leading food markets in the world, based in southeast London, just under London Bridge. And my job, because we're a charity, is I'm actually the clerk to the Trustees, believe it or not, is my official title. And I manage the market and everything that goes on within it. Well, security became something that was very real to us on the 3rd of June 2017 because we were the centre of a terror attack on London Bridge and Borough Market, and that really brought into sharp focus the need and the benefit of all the preparation we'd done in the lead up to it, all of the organisation that we'd done, but also all the relationships that we created throughout the trader community, but also the broader community around us, that we really relied heavily on. So, that's why I think probably it's so appropriate that I come and talk here, because it is a real experience. I can tell people what it feels like to be right in the middle of it. Well, I think it's a balancing act, isn't it? And certainly with a very public-facing venue like we have, the challenge is to make things and to make the market as resilient as we possibly can do, without making it look like an open prison with big barbed wire fences and all those sorts of things, which completely defeat the whole purpose of having the place in the first instance. So I think the biggest challenge to the whole of the security industry is how to manage that balance between making things as safe as they possibly can do, but not taking the whole essence out of the place, which is the whole reason why people would go to it in the first instance. And I think that's the biggest challenge that we have. Well, we've been really impressed actually, because back in the day, security bollards used to look like big lumps of concrete, and actually we've got some, but they do look like Lego blocks, so we've been able to have some fun with that. But it all used to be, very, very macho, in-your-face, stuff. And actually there's some really cool stuff coming out. So we've got a half oak barrel that apparently people tell me is terrorism compliant and all that sort of stuff. We've used trolleys, we've used all sorts of things that are more fitting for our setting. But the whole way in which organisations can talk to each other has improved massively over the years. So if there is a threat in one area, it can be raised in a general way, but also raised with our colleagues in the police and the other security services, so that they're aware that there's something sort of happening. Often with terrorism, you think of a great big dramatic thing that happens, but often some of our biggest threats that we consider are much more slow burn than that. Like an IED found in the middle of the market, we don't really know what it is. We need to have those networks in place, and there's lots of great technology that allows us to communicate very, very quickly and appropriately with those people. What keeps me up at night, whether or not the Comté tastes good or not. Listen, I run a food market. That's what I do for a living. We have 15.5 million people that visit us every year. We're one of London's biggest attractions. We have as many people as Brent Cross Shopping Centre does, Westfield in Stratford. And just managing those sheer numbers of people is a huge challenge every single day. And we try and do that the best way we can. Well, I'm hoping I can add something. I'm hoping that as somebody who has led an organisation through a real incident, this isn't a mock-up, this really did happen, I can just hopefully talk to the people who are going to be in my position when this inevitably happens again in London and the other major cities across the world, and just tell them how it felt, because you think that you're prepared for this sort of thing, and then when it happens, it is incredibly personal. And that resilience that you have to have, both physically but most importantly emotionally, both for yourself but your team, and for those around you, is something which I hope to be able to share with the rest of the audience here today.